kind of interesting.
It does kind of sound like badass. Right, so without further delay, I think we'll get going with the Demon Hunter.
Jump right into this thing. Yeah.
So, also, another thing that they've added to Diablo 3 is this auction house, to which I believe you can sell items for real money as well as in-game.
Yeah, yeah. That was one of the things that was kind of tied Diablo 3 in with the, you know, their more multiplayer-esque stuff, is that it did have an auction house. And it's kind of like, I don't know if you can buy stuff with, I'm pretty sure you can buy stuff with in-game money, but I think as well that you can also charge like a credit card or something like that, or like a game card of some sort, and actually buy in-game items with real money, which is kind of cool. But then again, some people in the franchise have kind of been like, that's kind of stupid. I don't think that was a very good idea. That kind of takes away from the entire, you know, reason for playing a single-player game, you know?
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of people out there who are going to try and, you know, there's going to be talks of exploits and things like that. They're going to try and obviously earn some real money off there.
Mm-hmm.
So right off the bat, obviously we don't look too good at the minute. We've got like a little flimsy crossbow at the minute.
Little tiny crossbow looks like, oh wow, that was kind of cool.
Yeah, we've got Hungering Arrow here, which will just fire a piercing arrow and seeks additional targets. So it's
that was kind of cool. That little ricochet was kind of badass. Yeah. I can see that coming in use if you have like a room full of creeps. You just kind of bounce it off and start bouncing them between each other.
Oh god. So here we go.
Definitely looks like a rogue class.
Look at that, Tristram.
So yeah, I believe Tristram was the starting area for the original Diablo.
Yeah, in the first Diablo, you started out in Tristram, and your character was basically, he was a guy that Diablo had killed his family, and he was going to the labyrinths underneath Tristram Cathedral to revenge his family. Basically, he was trying to kill Diablo, which was kind of cool. While going through the catacombs, I guess he found out he started finding out that there was much more than just Diablo down there, though, which was basically the entire premise behind Diablo 1, was that you were trying to get to Diablo, and you had to fight through all these other lower class demons and shit.
Alright, cool, yeah.
Yeah, it like 5 to 7 levels down, I believe, you ran into the Butcher.
The Butcher,
and that was the demon that actually they sacrificed the whole town of Tristram, the villagers to imprison the mortal form of Diablo at the bottom of the catacombs of Tristram.
Alright, cool.
So you got to kill him like 5 or 7 levels in.
So very dark.
And then the cool thing about Diablo 1 and really all the Diablo franchise, I think they have it on this one as well, is their dynamic dungeon aspects. Where it's completely random. Yeah, it's completely random on every dungeon. You can play through, like as you're playing through right now with the Demon Hunter, and then start a new class like the Witch Doctor, and you'll be sitting there thinking, oh, this is a breeze. I've already been through this, and you'll get through those catacombs, and everything will be different from the first time you played through.
Yeah, that's really cool. So there's a lot of replayability and things like that.
Yes.
Exactly.
So for the level up, obviously you get a new skill, which we got was a impale, which is throw a knife that can impale enemies. So
nice.
Let's go give this a blast.
Let's go and see if we can stick him to the wall.
That would be pretty cool.
Right. What can I do to help? I like the whole stash system as well. You know, where you can just, if you pick up a really good, like a really big axe, and you think, oh, that'd be really cool on my barbarian. You, instead of selling it, you just stick it in the stash box, ready for your next character.
Oh, that's cool.
That is cool. I didn't hear about that.
As well as, actually, I'll show you when we come back to town. In the stash with your crafting, like the salvaging and things like that to make new armor, you can actually put the things in the stash and use them on other characters as well.
That's pretty badass.
Another little thing I liked from the first time I played through was the lore aspect. Whenever you kill, say, a new type of monster or fight a new boss or things like that, it gives you a little voiceover of the lore. Instead of stopping gameplay to read, like you would in, say, World of Warcraft, if you really wanted to know all the lore, you sit there reading the quests and things like that.
Yeah.
Well, instead, as you're going off and you're chopping things up, you get little...
You get narrated. Yeah.
Journals.
That's really cool. I've liked that in the past with like Batman Arkham City and Arkham Asylum, where it gives you information about people and stuff like that while you play, so you don't have to stop, like you said, Bainsy, and just read or listen. So
yeah, you just get on with it. Right, so let's see what weapons and stuff we've got here. So I can use a shield. I like these little, you get the odd little dungeons here and there as well.
These ones aren't fully grown yet. There must be a nest.
So, the different difficulties you can get, I know at level 10 you can unlock hardcore mode. Is that where if you was to die, you die for good, or is it just a lot harder?
I think that's hardcore mode.
I think that's hardcore mode. It's either hardcore mode or like I don't know. Let me go and check.
Well, I know that they've added another new difficulty to the game.
I think Inferno is the one that you die and you have to restart from the beginning.
Yeah, from what I've
One
heard.
life.
Go on, sorry.
Go ahead. I was just saying, one kill, one life, basically.
Yeah.
So you got to be really, really careful on with everything, as well as I think it's like hardcore difficulty too.
Yeah. I mean, I know in Diablo 2 you would get, say, your normal, easy, normal, hard, nightmare, and then was it hell? And from what I've been told,
the difficulties for that were basically the exact same as Diablo 3, I believe.
yeah, I just know that above hell mode on this, they've added the Inferno mode. Now, the big question that people have been asking is hell mode going to be hard mode and Inferno mode is going to be the hell mode, or is hell mode still going to be just as hellish, but Inferno mode is going to be even more hellish? Because I know with a lot of games, when they add an extra difficulty, they tend to scale the old one down a little bit.
Well, I can tell you right now. It's I'm just kind of trying to real quick. I don't know all the information about Diablo 3, so I've got the wiki up right now. The new difficulty level, Inferno, as stated above, the Inferno is aimed towards max level characters, level 60, and may even have it as a required to enter difficulty to begin with. What is known about Inferno? Items and ruins specifically specific. Oh wow, I can't talk today. Items and ruins specific to that difficulty, with specific looks and graphics. So basically, they're going to have Inferno specific ruins and items. Highest level of difficulty in the game, and minimum level of 61 across the entire difficulty. So you've got a minimum level of all characters is 61. All of your creeps and such.
All your creeps, yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
You're going to have more aggressive monster behavior with a modified AI and possibly exclude boss modifiers. Or, I'm sorry, possibly exclusive boss modifiers, or a higher chance of rolling specific nasty modifiers for Inferno. It says in addition to that summary, Blizzard, the official Blizzard word on the matter as well, from an interview with popular gaming site Kotaku, monsters will see an increase in health, damage resistant, and aggression in Inferno, as they said above. I'm just gonna skim through this.
Alright, so
basically, it's not doing anything for you when it comes down to like one death. You know, it's just basically raising all creeps, all items, everything up to the maximum level. So it's going to be way difficult.
yeah, I think you can. I think what we can take from that is that you're going to need to work together with friends.
Definitely, this is probably going to be a very high multiplayer, intense version of
Enigma,
the difficulty level.
Hey, Enigma, you want to do Inferno with me?
No,
Just you, me?
no.
Come on, buddy. Come on. They don't have shotguns, so you'll...
I can hardly play Killing Floor with you without having to go and save your ass every 5 minutes.
Hey, I saved your butt one time.
Pixar.
You know that one time I wasn't recording?
Pixar, it didn't happen.
I know. Lumi was there though.
Okay, so this new skill that we got at level 3, it's called Entangling Shot. It basically snares them and slows them down.
Yeah. That'll come in useful if you got a shiz ton of creeps in the area.
Yeah.
Because I think it ensnares more than one, doesn't it?
I think it actually goes up to 2 enemies at the minute. But
Yeah.
obviously when we get runes and things like that,
It'll probably 3, 4, 5, 6.
yeah. Right, so we need to kill the wretched queen in the old ruins.
Okay, Bainsy, just real quick while you're playing, can you explain what the second orb that's cut in half, that's blue and like an orange color, means? Is it like skill and mana, or what?
Well,
It's new to me.
The first half is hatred. You've got 125. A fast regenerating resource used to fuel the demon hunter's offensive abilities. And the other one is discipline, a resource that generates slowly over time, is used for the demon hunter's tactical abilities. So I think the first one, I've not actually. That's different to me actually, because when I played the monk, I only had willpower, which was a lot like mana. As you can see, my left click, my entangling one, fills the left hand side one. The right click actually uses hatred. I don't think I have a skill that's going to use the discipline one just yet.
Not just yet.
That'll probably be for, say, finishing moves and things.
That was badass. That creep has like a knife stuck through his face. The graphics on here are actually really nice.
Yeah, it's bringing me back to 1989.
Oh god. So these
Only much better graphics.
so these wretched, oh, this wretched queen's actually epic. So
Yeah.
she's a boss level. Right, here we go.
Dodge, duck, dive, dodge.
These are really cool. These waypoints, so you can go straight back to town. No messing about. No long
Thank you
walks.
for your help. But could you talk some sense into Lee? She won't give up on the idea of rescuing her uncle. Nor should she. I will help her find him.
Okay, so now we're back here. We'll have a quick look over. Here we go. Here's the stash. You see, we've got some supple essences and fallen tooth, which is actually crafting materials that you can use over here. At the you can salvage, you can forge weapons, you can forge armor.
Now, one thing you got to remember in Diablo 3 is that their crafting system is supposed to be like beefed up a lot from Diablo 2 and Diablo 1, which is going to be kind of nice. The stats and stuff, the stat system is supposed to be beefed up as well, or at least simplified.
So we've got the sword here unidentified. See, you can just right click on it in the in the beta, whereas actually in game I believe you need to have objects to appraise things.
No, they got rid of that.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they got rid of the scroll of identification.
Right, okay.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be like an automatic, ingrained ability now. I'm not entirely sure. They might have you start going to like a blacksmith or something to do it, but like you said in the beta, if you're just right clicking, I would imagine you'd just have to right click in the actual game as well.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, my first playthrough of this, it was awesome, and I was instantly addicted, playing it for a good 3 hours. Obviously, it won't take me that long this time because of certain things. I mean, I was spending a lot of time just checking out the areas and breaking every barrel I could find, basically.
It's pretty much how you play it, man. You forgot your gold.
Ah.
Oh, snap, that guy runs quick.
Yeah.
Is that another epic?
Yeah, it's another. I think they're like boss levels. So you got your whites, you got your yellows and your purples and stuff.
Gotcha. Yeah, it was a purple.
And my mother's journal. I've seen of it is disturbing. I want to know
Yeah, we had it on before.
Aiden came to me last night. I suspected what was lurking within his troubled heart.
So the first, this beta, it takes you as far as
Wherever he's headed,
the Skeleton King.
surely follow.
Now, I'm not sure if he was
Shadows
in
close on
any of the
Tristram
old ones.
once again.
He was actually the physical
He was-
manifestation of Diablo.
Diablo,
Alright, cool,
exactly.
yeah. But this beta will take you as far as fighting the Skeleton King, and then that's when the beta comes to an end. So we should get as far as that.
Was it a pretty lengthy demo, or was it just short?
It really depends. You could probably blitz through it and do it in say an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah.
But that all depends.
So it was a pretty lengthy demo. I mean, if a quick gameplay of it was like 2 hours, then it's a pretty good sized demo.
Yeah, you get plenty. I mean,
I know there's a lot of games that come out with demos that it's like 5 minutes. And you're done with the demo.
It's basically like a full chapter.
Yeah.
You know, you get like part 1, act 1 of a game and things like that.
So the beta is kind of like the Spawn version of Diablo 1, where it allowed you to play all the way down through the butcher, and then once you killed the butcher or were killed by the butcher, it was over.
Yeah. I mean, I was level 9 when I finished the game. The max level you can actually get on the beta is level 13, I believe, which will allow you to start a hardcore mode. But obviously, hardcore mode is you die for good. Okay, so this is the first main cathedral. Now, all these places look really awesome. Another cool thing that they added in this one, I'm not sure, is this here.
Oh, so you're battling just to get to the cathedral then?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. That was kind of cool.
So yeah, you get little things like
Environmental effects.
yeah. Oh god, I hate these.
Sploosh.
It's a lot different to playing the monk as well, because when I played the monk, you know, it's all fast-paced, running up, kicking people in the face and things like that. Whereas this, it's all
It's more of a ranged attack.
yeah. You got to be careful.
They hide many dangers within their hideously
I really love the effect on that snare, like changing them together. Look.
and foul
Yeah.
parasites nest within them. It is said that these horrors themselves are constructed by a greater
Yes, we've got another
evil,
skill. Let's look at this one we get.
darkness that I
Caltrops, place a trap that's like, so it's basically a frost trap. Let's have a look. Oh, that's really cool.
Some foul new disease has
AoE
taken hold of
effects.
this land, and the carrion bats are
Lots
near
of
the heart of
chests.
it. Since returning to Tristram, I have seen their
I
numbers
like that
surge.
Deckard cain reference.
Forces that linger here give them strength, and I fear that the worst.
So a lot of slowing abilities, a lot of snaring with this character.
Yeah, it's like we said, it's like a
rogue
mix.
character.
Yeah, it's like a mix between a rogue and like a
Oh god,
paladin of some sort.
that fat guy can move.
See, Enigma, it's not just us that can move quick. These kind of things.
Damn, he can move fast.
He's got some sort of weird fucking run. He's like, "Ah! I'm gonna get you."
Got him. Oh god. And then when he dies, he spawns these horrible eel type things.
Oh.
Yeah, trap him.
Well, that trap comes in handy. It really does.
Oh, it's amazing. Can't
That'll
beat.
slow
Bit of
it
an old
down.
CC.
Exactly.
So let me just have a quick look.
Oh,
Yeah,
snap.
So the discipline on the right hand side of the orb is actually for traps and things.
Gotcha.
Oh, this one.
That's kind of cool. You see him walking over, your character walking over like the wings of those bat creatures, and they actually kind of stir as you walk over them.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
So hopefully we'll get some really powerful
My name is Lockdown.
spells soon. Because this cain, I don't like that. Fish, kill.
Should have started a barbarian, man.
Well, the public chose. We gave them that option.
Got to give the public what they want, right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
No, this like I said, this is actually the class that I kind of want to start out with. So this is kind of cool.
Yeah, I think I can see myself enjoying this character.
Looks like it's a lot of work up until maybe like level 5 or 6 when you actually start getting some decent skills.
Yeah. Right, just run around here. Squish. See, things like that, that's what make a game really awesome. Let's do it again. Oh no, missed it. Splat. God, I love that. Polarized, there you go, look, you get achievements for killing things like that. Oops. I like how when some of these zombies, you kill them, you don't actually kill them, you tear them in half and they start.
Yeah, and then the top half.
Those environmental, like the chandeliers falling and stuff, that comes in way handy, it looks like. If
Yeah.
it's just one guy.
Yeah, you just gives them that extra bit of damage to begin the fight with as well. You get a
Yeah.
little bit of AoE on them and then, there we go, we've got a new bow. Can we use this?
Anyways, real quick for you guys that are listening live, you can join us over here in the IRC. Myself and Zombie. I think you're in here as well, Bainsy, aren't you?
Yeah, I should be.
Alright, so you guys can come and join us over here in the IRC chat over at NordisRadio.com. You can join that by clicking on the chat button and typing in your own little nickname, and you can ask us questions if you'd like. If you guys want to hear more about the lore, go ahead and let us know. Me and Zombie are here to basically be the lore buffs. And Bainsy, you're here for gameplay.
Yeah, and I must say, that's the first time I've just seen that. That was awesome. Absolutely brilliant. I love things like that. Just smash the block, drop the whole entire wall on top of all the mobs.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, it's got a really dynamic area of effect on the or not area of effect. It's got a really dynamic environmental damage to it. Like when you drop those chandeliers on things.
Just like that.
That's pretty badass. I like that a lot.
It makes it all that more fun.
It does. Yeah, I like that. See that? I think I have a little bit of a lag, but yeah.
Yeah, there will be a slight
Slight lag.
slight delay on the stream between us talking and things, but
It's not too bad though. It's like maybe a couple seconds.
another thing that they've changed for anybody out there who played the old Diablos and enjoyed it, you can no longer play 8 players. They reduced the cap from 8-player groups to 4-player groups. I believe the reason why they did this was because in 8-player groups, obviously the more players, the more mobs you get, and you couldn't really see your characters. It was just a whole cluster of just mobs basically. So they've reduced it to 4 players simply for that, just to balance it out slightly. Which
Well,
is a
that and
shame.
probably with that and probably something to do with server load, since this whole game is played online. You have to be connected to BattleNet to play it.
Yeah.
So probably something to do with that too.
Oh god, here we go. So we've got cinematic here. The old Deckard cain, is it?
Yeah.
Squish. Oh, here he is, the Batman himself.
Fallen star awakened me, and soon all will suffer.
Oh crap! I'm missing it. Oh snap! This isn't the Skeleton King, is it?
Yep, that's the Skeleton King.
I got you.
Oh god, so Deckard Cain's been savaged by some skeleton, though.
Deckard Cain.
So
That was a terrible impression.
So who was Deckard Cain? Was he in the first one and the second one?
He was in the first one, and he was like the town drunk
Yeah.
that you went to and you got information from and stuff like that. If my memory serves me correctly, Deckard Cain was that guy.
Yeah, Deckard Cain. Here, I'm pulling up the stuff right now. Diablo
I
Wiki.
do not like him. We've got a big head cleaver here, a big giant skeleton with a big sword. So let's just get in there.
Yeah, it says right here, Cain is a Cain returns in Diablo 3 and reprises his role as an advisor and a lore master. So basically, he's the guy that's telling you all the lore in those little cutscenes and such. It says right here, Cain is an essential NPC in the Diablo universe as a wise sage and the last of the Hora Dream. If you guys don't know what the Hora Dream is, that's a group of people that the archangels put together to enslave, or not enslave, to entomb Diablo and his other minions in the Soul Stones. We'll get into that later. It says Cain has played an important part in both Diablo 1 and Diablo 2 games. This old classic Diablo character will definitely ask you to stay a while and listen, blah blah blah. Cain appears as an NPC, but it's not known if he'll pick up where he left off in Diablo 2, following your character from town to town and offering item identification and quest plot info.
Alright.
So, basically, he's like I said, he's like
He's like a guy.
he's like the guide. He's like the lore master of the Diablo universe.
Okay, so we'll just get rid of some of this junk.
Deckard Cain. If you guys are finally figuring that out, Deckard Cain is also an ongoing like internet joke kind of thing because he's got a really defined voice. You know his voice from anywhere.
I've become stronger.
Bit like the Chuck Norris jokes then.
Yeah, exactly.
The Skeleton King was once our beloved lord, Leorics.
Okay, so with the Skeleton King, we've got to go kill him. Believe the way you do this is we have to get his crown and place it on top of his head, which could prove very painful. So we've got a new skill apparently. That we'll use. Yeah, we'll keep using that one.
You know, one thing that I was thinking as well is this Tristan, or whatever it is. I can't remember the name. What's the name of the town again? Tristram. That's what it was. Tristram is the most unlucky effing town in the world.
Always being like
Just every freaking day is like, oh my god, there's a zombie outside.
Well, not just Tristram themselves, but the whole community of Sanctuary. That's where Diablo 2, like the world of Sanctuary, is just unlucky as hell, because in Diablo 2 you went to kill the primevals, the 6 primevals.
Yep.
And they were just scattered throughout the whole world of Sanctuary.
Verse, yeah. I'm just saying, Tristram is like one of the most unluckiest of them all. It's like, one day they're like, oh, look, it's a horde of zombies. The next day, oh, Diablo's in our cathedral? Oh, fantastic. You know?
Well, as long as he stays in the catacombs, we're fine.
Oh, crap, he's out of the catacombs? Oh, man.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
so. This Diablo obviously he's like the devil. Does that mean he can disguise himself as anybody he wants to, and sneak around?
No,
He hasn't done so yet.
Yeah, he hasn't done. So yeah, what's going on is that, like I said, Diablo has his demon form, but he also has his mortal form, which I believe is that skeleton with the hood. I'm not entirely sure, so don't quote me on that. But yeah, he's got those two forms, and in the first game you killed his mortal form.
All right,
You,
cool.
you got rid of his mortal form and you enslaved him in a soul stone. Yeah, and then
Jam that soul stone into your forehead.
into your forehead, exactly. And then
you became the Lord of Terror.
Exactly. And then that's what I was getting to, was you jam that soul stone into your forehead, and then it gets out. You know, it finally becomes apparent that was what Diablo wanted you to do all the time.
So he's sort of tricked you.
Yeah, he was trying to basically get you to do that on purpose so that he could, like, have a greater mortal form, I guess.
Yeah.
So he could have a form that could leave the city
Exactly.
of Tristram,
Exactly.
and then go and call upon those primeval.
Yep, exactly.
So he's a bad man.
He is a very, very bad man. That's why they call him Diablo.
El Diablo.
El Diablo, exactly.